Hey guys, so what's going on? This is Unwound Sega, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about a $450 gaming PC build I came up with, and I put ready for next gen gaming there for a reason, because this computer is going to be able to play Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghosts. That's just some of the popular ones I'm just going to give examples of. At reasonable settings. Around medium is where you're going to get your best performance, but I mean like medium, high, there's kind of a difference. But I think that medium is going to be fine for you guys who are on a budget and want to play the games and get a good frame rate. So, subscribe for more PC builds, and let's get into the build. But again, this is $450, so this is pretty much considered a budget. And it's around the prices of the Xbox One, the PS4. It's actually right in the middle. It's just right. So, let's go ahead and get into the build. So first off, we're starting with the graphics card, which is a Sapphire Radeon HD 7770 GHz edition. This has 1 GB of onboard DDR5 RAM. It also has an HDMI port, a display port, and a dual-link DVI port. And again, that RAM is 128 DDR5 memory on board. So I think this graphics card is really good for this build, considering its budget for only $90. For the hard drive, we are going to be going with the 1TB Western Digital Caviar Blue. Now, in case you don't know what terabyte means, that is 1,000 gigs. As 1,000 megs, MB, is 1 gig. So if you ever see that in your downloads, it says 1,000 megs, consider that as a gig. So that's just going to... You're going to be able to store all your music and games all on that. So for the motherboard, we are going to be going with an MSI FM2 A75 MA E35. This is a micro ATX motherboard, and it's going to be really nice for this build considering its budget. It is an AMD A75 chipset, so that's going to be really nice because that's exactly where our processor is going. The processor socket is an FM2 socket. It's got one PCIe, an HDMI, DVI, and VGA, which is really great. I'm surprised. A lot of people use this in their media center builds. But yeah, that's going to be really nice. For the power supply, we're going to be going with the Diablo-Tech DA Series 600 watt. Now, the power supply, you're really not going to want to slack off on. Diablo-Tech is a really good brand. I bought 2 of these so far to replace things. Actually, I think just 1. My relative computer would not start anymore, so I had to buy a new power supply. I bought one of their 300 watt power supplies, and I'm really happy with it. It's a nice power supply to keep it quiet too. For the processor, we're going to be going with the AMD A6 5400K at 3.6 GHz and overclocking ready. This is a really nice budget processor considering its price at $60. And if you want to slack off and not get that graphics card, you're still going to be able to run games. Not Battlefield 4 though on this. I mean, maybe low and maybe 25 frames. But I mean, really, this is an APU, meaning a CPU plus APU or graphics card technology all in one. So, AMD worked really hard to bring this up for us, and you're going to be able to overclock this to whatever you want. So for the RAM, we are going to go with the Corsair Vengeance 8GB of RAM, 1600 MHz. The price on this stuff is awesome considering it's really nice heatsink. Overclocking this stuff is not going to be a problem considering it has one of the nice big heat sinks on it. There's problems sometimes where they want to get cooling fans for their CPUs and the cooling fan can barely fit, or not even get it, or just cut it because the heat sinks on this so big. But that'll be a nice addition to our build. For the case, we are going to be using the NZXT Source 210 in black or white. This is a mid-tower ATX case, which is really nice, just the right size for a gaming build. I don't like getting the really little cases for gaming builds because you're going to want to fit stuff in there, a graphics card, maybe even a fan, so you can overclock stuff. But yeah, so this case is really awesome. I have it right next to me. This case actually has where you don't have to use screws. and it's got aluminum textured panel, really nice, and of course you can get it in black or white. So that's pretty much it, guys. An awesome $450 gaming PC build. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.